Welcome to the counselor's office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. I am going to make content because I am running a fever and I feel like I'm going to get off stream. So this is going to be some content for later for you guys. But we just got done watching the reveal for Marathon. I'm going to be honest. I think it's good, not great. I think it's not going to meet expectations that people were hoping Bungie would provide. But not just me saying that. Let's look at it. This is Mint Blitz. He does Halo content. So he's asking the question, thoughts on Marathon gameplay reveal. So let's go through and see what people are thinking. Like I said, Bungie never misses. Looks very fun. Can't wait to play with friends. Cheap knockoff of Splatoon. I'll have to wait to play it for myself. I think that's a fair assessment. Looks like it's not doing anything new or different. And I would agree. It does, outside of the aesthetic, if you look at it, it doesn't do anything new at all, in my opinion. Boring, looks incredibly so far. Very excited to play. I'm down. Looks fun. Pass, kind of ass. Was expecting it to be good. Modern Bungie has fallen off so hard, but looks far worse than I imagined. Looks great. People complaining. Looks like it looks the same as every shooter. And I'm just gonna say this argument is X-Defiant. X-Defiant looked like another knockoff of Call of Duty, and it didn't succeed. Let's be honest. You have to, in the competitive field of gaming, you need to provide something in the table. And we're talking about extraction shooters. This feels way too Apex Legends, and people are going to see this and saying, why would I spend $40 when I can just play Apex Legends? And that's the reality. That is absolutely a fair assessment. Why play this? Why spend money on Marathon when Apex Legends is free and it looks almost identical in many regards? Completely uninterested now. The game looks beautiful, but on the other hand, it's another online shooter and I'm going to pass. I was hoping for a campaign or more story. We already have so many online shooters that market is getting stale. Love Apex and Halo, but this ain't for me. Looks like Apex with a more vibrant color aesthetic. I want to see, someone's bitching about it, I bet. The trailer for the show was awesome though. Oh yeah. Looks like Apex with a more vibrant color aesthetic, not different enough to make me interested, honestly. Trash. The art style's good, but there's no background. There are no characters to sympathize with story, just another shooter, which apparently has a narrative, and that was one of the weird things. I don't know if the narrative is going to be good enough to even give people to give a crap. It is such a weird world. It's just so weird. After the overview, zero interest. It looks like everything that I don't like about the modern shooters in one package. Unsurprised, but disappointed. The "it's not a hero shooter" cope ended up being completely false. It is definitely a hero shooter. Looks like it plays identical to Apex Legend, minus the meta game where you save gear between runs, but the art design is cool. Probably not that interesting personally. I was hoping for something more original. I'm sure the lore will be top tier though. Bungie writing rocks. No, it doesn't. I feel like a lot of people are liking what they see, but I feel it's one of those games you have to play to really make a final judgment. I think that's a fair assessment. We need to get our hands on it and actually, play it. Plus, they're going to change things, and we haven't seen the other maps. I just want to. We should play it, right? I think if you're not an extraction shooter, no matter if you play it or not, you're not going to like this anyways, which is the uphill climb that Bungie has to do. It's going to be a giant disruption in the shooter genre in a good way. This isn't the killer of Tarkov, but any other extraction shooter out there can kiss their player base goodbye. We will see about that. We'll see what happens when there's a closed open beta that's streamable, though. I think that's cope. They should have kept the OG art style. Gunplay looks like the art style. Gunplay looks nice. That art style, though, and everything else isn't doing it for me. The map doesn't even look natural to me either. It's like they were made in a Forge or map. Oh, my God. That is true. The maps look weird as fuck. That is so true. It's basically just a hero shooter. All hype killed. Looks like a solid game from what I've saw. A lot of interesting stuff. Excited to see what the moment-to-moment gameplay is actually like, though. If it's as slow as Tarkov in terms of pacing, I'll have to pass. I don't think that's the case. Hopefully it offers standard arena type PvP alongside the main game. Again, people are hoping that Bungie is going to do more than what they're probably going to do. I'll play it, but I don't think I'll be sinking hundreds of hours into it. It feels too inspired by Apex and Hyenas, and it's not enough innovation on the genre. The extraction fad is coming to an end, and this does nothing to keep it alive. Absolutely. It does nothing to add to the already dominated Tarkov environment. You're taking what essentially you're making Tarkov and the extraction shooter and making a almost copy-ish paste style of Apex Legend. When I say style, I mean like gameplay style. Very Destiny-esque in its gameplay. Looks like it could be fun though. I doubt it. When I say Destiny-esque, I doubt it's anywhere near close to Destiny. There has been a lot of games that like this that don't really make it after their initial launch. The cycle that, again, I mentioned that in the stream that the cycle got shut down because and it had similar vibes to Marathon. That seems very similar, just with a Bungie twist. We'll see by October. There's a lot of games out there going to be hard to keep this going, and if it keeps a strong anti-cheat, that is very true. Promoting seasonal content at the reveal is sickening. I know it's where gaming is at, but I'm personally all set with it. Also, look like Apex, Destiny, Tarkov, yet worse. Hoping I'm wrong. Basically, just Destiny 3. Honestly, I don't know who thinks this is Destiny 3. I'm sorry. I'm all about being critical and based on what you see. Where are you getting that this is Destiny 3? Not even close. What the hell? To me, just another PvE extraction shooter, so pass for me. They said they might price it at 40, so hell no. Well, let's see. You can pre-order, so let's see. Let's go to the store real quick. Marathon. Oh, you can only just add it to your wish list. This game unlocks in approximately 5 months. So you can add it to your wish list. That's it. Wish? Your wish? Your wish? To me, just another, game looks good. Movement seems under par for a Bungie game. It did seem sluggish. It felt like the movement and the shield and everything and the thruster dash reminds me of Halo 4. If you ever played Halo 4 PvP, that's what it reminded me of. Start over, make a Halo Royale. I know, but shit, think about it. Halo already has its elements for that realm. That's not Bungie. See, this is how the loop, this is the problem. People are so far out of the loop, they don't even realize that Bungie doesn't make Destiny or Halo anymore. Really saturated and boring. Destiny died for this. It will be boring slop, so all the Destiny fans will love it. Damn. Gambit 4.0 with the multi-team. So a big no for me. Where are people getting Gambit? Where does this... There is nothing Destiny related in this game. It is so Apex Legends. Like, I know if you've never played Apex Legends, you have no idea, but it's so focused on being similar to Apex Legends. Disappointed it's a extraction shooter, but willing to give it a try. It looks like shit. It's DMZ meets Apex. Oh my God, they're right. DMZ what is like the watered down version of extraction shooter, and this is very watered down. Oh, well, plastic coating on everything with stupid classes. They moved away from heroes, but it's the same difference anyways. It is definitely a hero shooter. I was excited when it was first announced, but then I found out it's nothing like the original Marathon games. Again, I wasn't attached to the original. It looks fun, but I don't know how much of an extraction-only shooter will last for me personally. Looks great. I look forward to seeing how a match plays out fully. Also, that AI looks insane. Sadly, a hard pass for me. I got such a headache from watching the trailer. The colors are too much for me. We could probably go. It seems like there is overwhelmingly negative than there is positive. And I say this because if you're a Bungie ball fondler, you're probably deep throating them anyways. If you are someone who likes extractions, you're going to try it out because you want to having more options is always a good thing. But if you don't play extraction shooters, you're probably absolutely not interested in this. And I don't think it did a good enough job to bring people excitement. Like, oh, I want to play this. People who don't play extraction shooters, the first thing they think is this is Apex Legends. That's what it reminds me of. It looks like Apex freaking Legends is what it looks like. Let's see. What are we in chat? So this is what the microtransaction spam of Destiny paid for. Bungie's back on the menu, boys. The new Cabal skin looks cool. Another strictly online shooter. All hype is gone. Does this game take place in alternate years where all men are dead or something? I'm pretty sure the guy with the red eyes was a dude. For some reason, I was expecting movement shooter. Ugly graphic design. Destiny knockoff. Again, why are we saying Destiny? It's literally Apex Legends. Wow, this looks dreadful. Might have been a cool banger in the early 2000s. So it's extraction hero shooter, basically. Now it makes complete sense why this was shown off on a Saturday. Absolute ass. I give it 2 weeks before it's dead. Then y'all can focus on making Destiny 3. You made this count for nothing, man. Why did they even do this? Damn. I think Marathon has had more negative response than positive, which is probably why Bungie in their chat hard locked it to subscription only. Like, they literally changed it to where you have to be subscribed to their channel, not follower, subscribed. That's how bad it was. And I can see why. It is overwhelmingly negative. Holy crap. Let's see. Charlie Intel does like a lot of other games that isn't tied to Destiny. This Marathon Bulletin. A lot of people followed them from Destiny Bulletin. So let's look at let's look at other people. Sorry, but being third party is okay now. We have permission. Looks like Borderlands Apex. I don't think anyone wanted to play cell shader games in 2025. Why would I play this instead of Delta Force or Warzone? There, exactly. Again, I told you guys, it wasn't just my opinion that Bungie had to make Marathon compete against some of the top. Like, people think that it's just extraction shooters that people are competing against. You are competing against live service games like Warzone, like Apex Legends. People are going to make these comparisons and say, why should I spend $40? Why should I spend my hard-earned money? Why should I spend my hard-earned money and time on this when I could go play all these free options? Or I can spend money on Tarkov, which is a more fleshed out experience and has more to offer than what this game is. And no one gives a shit. Well, it's just a new game. Of course, it's not going to have a lot of content. No one gives a shit about that. People are going to look at the market and they're going to see the competition. I could spend $40 on this new game that has barely anything to it, or I could spend $60 or $50 on Tarkov and get a shitload of years of content that people are still playing. Or I could play Apex Legends, which looks the exact damn same, except this is Lego/Roblox version. Let's be honest. I want to be excited, but it looks like it would get boring so quickly after just a few matches. Only 18 players in a zone is just meh. Again, these are people the main people, and here's the problem. A lot more people play battle royales than they do extraction shooters. And this person obviously is a battle royale player because they don't realize extraction shooters are actually more condensed, because unlike battle royales where, the goal is just to be the last one surviving, extraction shooter is just to survive. You're not trying to be the last one who survives. You're just trying to survive with loot. That is the pinnacle difference between royales and extractions. Extraction is just overall survival, leave with some loot. Battle royals, you have to be number one to get to be like victorious. It's I'm the number one versus I'm just surviving getting loot. I'm a scavenger versus I'm a champion. That's the difference between the game modes. And so you don't want 64 people fighting over loot to extract with, even though it'd probably be pretty exciting, but it would probably also spell disaster eventually. As long as it's not Halo meets Overwatch with a dash of Valorant, then we'll be fine. Fuck. I feel there's nothing original anymore when it comes to games. They probably spent hundreds of millions of dollars on this thing, and it just looks like every other Halo, Destiny X type game out there. Worse, it looks like Apex Legends. Looks boring from a trailer pass. This is what Destiny 2 died for? Looks like Thank you! It does! It's exactly, it looks like a Roblox fan-made game. Granted, it's better quality, than Roblox, but the environmental weapons and characters give me that vibe. Looks interesting, but not much has topped the Division 1 for me. Looks very slow paced for my liking. Same animation as the Titan Punch. We're so back. Oh my God, it really is the Titan Punch animation. Holy crap. They actually copied the animation from Destiny. Trying to hold my judgment until I actually get my hands on it, but personally, this art style isn't for me. Let's see how it feels in September. Again, I think that's a fair assessment. That's kind of where I'm at. Everything else doesn't look as impressive. It looks all right. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look amazing. I think it is not going to meet the numbers it needs. but we're going to have to wait. I don't see the hype. I think the hype that was made for this is overextended, and most people aren't buying the hype. Again, this is why you don't listen to content creators like Scaro, who is overhyping this shit to the moon, and all these other content creators. I just always think for yourself, because as you can see in the wild, a lot of people like it and some people don't. And overwhelmingly, it looks like it's a don't. This is ass. Let's keep going. Let's see what else. I'm going to refresh just to see if we got any, just to get some new perspectives. Let's see. Okay, an hour ago. Let's see. Dexerto. Let's see what we're going on here. Marathon looks really fun, but I don't think it'll be a bigger multiplayer game than Marvel Rivals. I don't think so either. Also, Marvel Rivals is free. People just want Destiny to be good unless... Another overhyped multiplayer game. Can't wait to see the woke characters forced... Okay. You had me in the first half. You lost me in the second. Like, what did Bungie even make? They spent 10 years and billions on making a generic extraction shooter that already has a full saturated market. And in that market, that players don't really care for this game type anyways. Instead of making Destiny 3 or Halo-like games, it's dead on arrival. I do think... You think about that, it's not 10 years. It's been, 2017, 18? So it's been like 6 or 7 years. It does feel very generic. It does very much feel very generic. Swamp meat quality. I forget what Bungie, the ones that behind Halo or Destiny. Damn, we're in the era where people already don't realize who made Halo anymore. Where do we sign up for the alpha code? Will we be en route for a fastest game to be shelved? Yikes. Looks boring. Bungie makes great games, but I'm gonna wait to see the structure of this before I get excited. Not a fan of how they've gone about things in Destiny. And just like that, the game's dead on arrival. Why does it look so slow? Did they accidentally use 75% speed gameplay clip or what? I just know it will flop so hard. Why does it look like a Roblox game? Again, it's just not me. It's not just me. This is rip. It's real action. Looks pretty boring, not gonna lie. The trailer looks cool, but let's wait for the game to release to see the reality. Again, I think this is the most fair assessment you can make. It looks fine, but let's actually play the game. There are indie games that look better than this. Damn. This was a disappointing reveal. The next Concord. Bungie's not back. They're hunting legacy. September 23rd is about to be circled on a lot of calendars. All right, so Marathon finally got a drop date. Bungie about to shake the multiplayer scene for real. No, they're not, but that's okay. Imagine that Call of Duty also announces a release near September. People, guys, we're gonna absolutely. If Xbox really just wanted to PlayStation and Activision want to get back to Bungie, they released the new Call of Duty in like September, just a BM. That would be funny as hell. Nice. Destiny 3. Stop. It's not Destiny. Well, that ought to be good. Looks dope. I'm good. Big things coming for video games fandom. The trailer looks so fire. Yeah, it looks generic. Hyped. I'm already counting down the days. Hello, Destiny. Garbage. Yeah, as we can tell, overall, we could just keep going through this, but there is more, I think, negative reception than there has been positive. Because we're talking about an extraction shooter, which immediately kills off 50% of the gaming community. Like at least 50% are immediately dismissing it because it's an extraction shooter. Then the ones that are interested are being killed off simply because it looks like Apex Legends with a hero shooter. I'm sorry, that's just not gonna cut it, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see. My true thought process is we've got to let it go out in the wild and let people play it. People who aren't content creators, should I say, and aren't force feeding Bungie's dingling in their mouth. Like, I will play it. I will give it a good run just like I did Tarkov, and I will give a fair assessment. I don't think the art, my thoughts on the art being like Lego Roblox is going to change. I think the art style is new and different. I personally think it's an abomination, which I think is also something that a lot of people feel and are not, they're not going to like it. It's just like Borderlands. I at first did not like Borderlands art style, but I fell in love with Borderlands and I got used to the art style, and I even like the art style now. It is acquired taste, just like Borderlands, because not everyone likes Borderlands. So even though I think it is really fucking weird, it's an acquired taste. Now, you could argue that having acquired taste for a game that pretty much is determining the fate of Bungie, yeah, that is pretty, that's a pretty big deal. You don't want to have a niche that likes your art style. You want to grab as many fish as possible with a net, but Bungie be doing Bungie. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Let me know what you think. And until next time, game out. Huzzah.